Hey guys and gals. Hey guys and gals. How you doing? How are you doing today? Appreciate you hitting that play button. Let's go. You know we love that over here. We meaning the channel. Let's go. You guys are all awesome awesome. Thank you for being here, joining, wanting to learn, learning and growing and learning. Every single one of you beautiful, intelligent people. 120 IQ club. Let's go. Keep it up. Keep it up. Okay. Parents homeschooling your children, here to help, here to support. Hopefully the channel will help you. That's kind of the goal. Any students looking for additional support or help, it's great to have you as well. Excuse me. I guess I haven't mentioned before, I guess I'll say it now. If there's a particular area in mathematics, a certain subject or topic or whichever you want me to kind of do, just drop it down below in comments. I'll finish out this little unit series that I'm working on. And then eventually, we'll see. Depends on what you would like me to do, I guess. But I'll make sure it happens, and I'll do a video series just for you. Turn that up. Again, appreciate you guys and gals being here. I love those that want to learn and want to grow. Turn it up. Okay, quickly. Make sure we're good on the stream. Just gotta check. In here, sounds like we're good. Awesome, awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, cool. Let's get into this. We're gonna continue again, parents. The focus is to teach mathematics, and mathematics. I guess the main point is staying on topic and talking mathematics and mathematics only. Okay, that's what's that's what's happening over here. Excuse me, guys. Give me excuse me. Just had to make sure I cleared my throat. All right, let's flick that old switch in the old brain noggin, and it's time to learn, guys and gals. It's time to learn. All right, we're gonna continue. We're working on some order of operations type problems. Eventually, you're probably, if you haven't already, there's gonna be an algebra section. I'll have to kind of focus on doing a unit section in algebra for you guys and gals as well. But let's work on, we're working with BEDMAS, PEDMAS, it's all the same. Brackets, parentheses, potatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. It doesn't really matter, guys and gals, because guess what? It all cooks the same. Turn it up. So brackets, parentheses, it's all the same, okay? All the same. That's what these are here. So, just to quickly explain, I kind of group brackets and exponents together. I group division, multiplication together, and I group, lastly, addition, subtraction. Okay, that's the order of operations. Okay, guys? Hopefully you're following the series. I give you guys and gals good advice, good tips and tricks, quick shortcuts, and I do my best to kind of make math simplistic and easy to understand without over confusing it. Hopefully that's what I'm doing. So great to have you. Let's work this problem. I put this on the board for you so you can practice it and try it out yourself. Again, if you got the wrong answer, don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay. At least you're trying. At least you're trying. That, I could say, is more than what majority of the world is doing. Okay, so you're doing a lot more than the rest. Okay, let's do this. So brackets, exponents, right? So we have stuff inside brackets. Typically that's what you're going to do. You're going to do whatever's inside the brackets. My tips and tricks here, guys, I give you kind of the fence analogy. Just think of this as a left side and a right side. Okay, we have a subtraction sign here. That's why I say that. That's the last thing you're going to do anyways. So you could do the left side and you could do the right side, technically speaking, at the same time. Okay, so my analogy is, think of this as neighbor 1 and think of this as neighbor 2, and eventually we're gonna meld them together with a subtraction process. Okay, I'll clean that up. Let's work on, we'll start here. We'll get the bracket stuff done first. So we'll bring the 4 down. We'll do what's inside the brackets. 1 and 1 is 2, right? Simple math. And we still have this exponent. We haven't done anything with that yet. And we're going to do this calculation. This is nice and clear. It's pretty obvious. Again, guys, gals, if you see, I call it inline or linear, right? Linear means straight line. If you see a problem, an algebra problem, for example, let's say it was minus 8 divided by 2. What if it was written like that? Okay. Again, the subtraction is going to be, this is still going to be neighbor 2. It doesn't really matter. The subtraction separates them. Fence concept, okay? Here's my main point. My main point is, if you see it written in line like this, what does it mean? What does division mean? Okay, guys, right? Division, I'm trying to stay on top of it because I kind of, I guess, mocked those a little bit that think that they're so genius because they know how to use BEDMAS. Like, anybody could use BEDMAS if you understand how it works. It's pretty straightforward. Brackets, exponents, then you do your division, multiplication, and then lastly you do your addition, subtraction. It's not really that hard to understand. Here's the problem. Let's say, I don't know how to, I have an example I could show in the future if I have to look for it. I have a really good one I could show you. But what does this division sign mean, guys? Well, it really means, what it means is, turn the problem from a linear, which is like narrow-minded and one-dimensional thinking skills, turn it into a two-dimensional problem, which is 8 divided by 2. Always don't solve problems like this. You solve problems like this. Okay? So this here has been written already properly for us. So it's pretty clear, concise, and obvious. And of course you have your multiplication table memorized, so you know that, well, you can think to yourself, what times 2 gives us 8? Well, that's 4. Okay, there we go. So we did the left side, we did the right side. The right side's technically complete. Remember, this is the fence. Okay, but we're not done with the left side. There's still something else we could do. Exponents. What does exponents mean? Well, basically it just means take whatever number's inside and multiply it by itself 2 times. Essentially 2 times 2. Okay, that's what squared means. Okay, so we have 4 bracket 4 comma subtract. There's the fence. We still have a left side. we still have our right side. Okay? Think of it as parts. So we still could do more with the left side, right? We're slowly breaking it down. That's all we're doing. Breaking it down step by step. Okay? That's what we're doing. So 4 times 4 is 16. Bring the subtraction, bring the 4 down. And that's basically, we're getting to the end of it. Now we're at the end of BEDMAS, addition, subtraction. Because we've got all the exponents done, we've got the multiplication done. There's nothing else other than that, right? There's, we've already done the division, and that's right there. Okay, so our final answer is going to be 12. Why is it 12? Well, because 16 is a positive number. We're only doing 4 jumps to the left, which gives us 12. We're at 16. We're going 4 jumps to the left whenever you're subtracting. 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're at 12. Again, it takes 16 jumps, 16 take away 16 to get to 0. And that's done. Big yays. Clean up the board and let's do another problem. Hopefully you got the correct answer, and if you did, give yourself a pat on the back, because that's pretty awesome. Okay, I actually have 1, 2, 3 more to do. I thought I had less, but we're gonna work on some more here. Not to confuse you, but we're gonna kind of level it up a little bit more. Okay, same sort of scenario, guys, gals. We have 3 neighbors. Okay, neighbor 1, neighbor 2, and neighbor 3. Okay, break it into parts. Now, technically speaking, we could do these because there's really nothing else going on with it. But we'll wait. We'll do it at the end. Okay? So we're going to work on this. This is put in fraction form. Again, you should always do anything that's division, right? If it was written like this, most people, like if this wasn't, how do I explain this? Most people would just go 4 divided by 2. Okay? I don't know how to give you a good example because this has an exponent. But let's say you had 4 divided by 2, I don't know, plus 3, I don't know, for example. Technically speaking, this belongs together. Okay, this is where people think they're so genius at doing BEDMAS, but that's great. You understand the concept of BEDMAS. I think majority of us do. But you obviously fell asleep in fractions class. Because really what it means is this. We're not going 4 divided by 2 here. Okay? That's kind of the point I want to make people aware of. Right? This division sign here, means fractions. I recommend you solve your algebra problems in fraction form. This is already written properly for us. So I'm just going to go like this. 2 squared is 4. And then we're going to have plus 7. Take away 3. We're still not done. We have a division step to do. Obviously 4 divided by 4 is 1. We're going to have a plus 7. All of this is just hanging out. It's waiting for us. Okay? So we just keep bringing it down. Keep bringing it down. Okay, so now we're at addition, subtraction. That's it. It doesn't really matter which order you do it. As long as you do your addition, subtraction properly, you should always have the correct answer. I could start here first. I could go 7 take away 3, right? 7 take away 3, 1, 2, 3. We're at positive 4. We have a 1 plus 4. 4 plus 1, which is a jump to the right. That's 5. Okay? If I do it the other way, it doesn't matter, right? I could go 1 plus 7. That's 8. 8 take away 3. 1, we're going negative, right? Subtract. 1, 2, 3. We're at positive 5. Same answer. Okay? Just wanted to show you that. And there you have it. Okay? Let's keep going. All right. We have 7. I'm going to write it like this. They have a lot of extra brackets, but it all means the same. Plus 5. They have extra brackets. They have brackets like this. It means the same thing. We don't need the extra brackets, right? They have brackets here as well. Just to keep it simple and cleaner looking, I'm going to go like this. Okay. We have 7 times 13 plus 5 times 11, subtract 12. Okay? Again, here we go. The plus sign. We have fence here. We have a fence here. I give you guys the neighbor analogy, right? Oh, this is a neighbor. This is a neighbor. And this is a neighbor. Okay? So we have 1, 2, 3 parts, 3 sections. Okay? Look at it as parts. So we have a multiplication here, we have a multiplication here, and then we just have a basic subtraction here, right? So we can do this neighbor and we can do this neighbor at the same time, because it's part of them. There are brackets, but it still means multiply. Okay, guys? There's nothing else to do inside. What brackets means is, like, for example, let's say we had 5 times 2 plus 1, right? That's what the brackets means. So essentially, you got to do everything that's inside first before you multiply. Okay, just as an example. There's nothing inside the brackets, right? So it's just straight multiply. So let's go 13 and 7. And let's go 5 and 11. I already know what it is, because 5 and 5 is 1. 5 and 5 is 1. No, I don't even know what I'm saying there. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 1 is 5, right? That one's easy. Okay, 7 times 3, 21. Carry the 2. This is an add. Okay, 7 times 1. 7 plus 2 is 9. And I can confirm that on the calculator just to make sure. 13 times 7, 91. Perfect. So we have 91 and 55. I'll just clean that up. 91 plus 55, subtract 12. Okay, we're basically down to just addition, subtraction now. Okay, so I don't know, I guess I'll just do the long math. We're adding here, that's 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I always do like these 3 dots. Either I do 2 dots or I do 3 dots when I'm counting. For me, it's kind of easier. I go 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, there we go. We got 146. 146. And we haven't done anything with the 12 yet, right? It's just hanging out and waiting. So there we go. Now we're doing a subtraction. Six is greater than 2, therefore we don't need to borrow. 6 take away 2 is 4. 4 take away 1 is 3. That should be our answer. 134. Did I do it right? What? Better be right. I don't even know if I have answers for these anywhere. Do I have answers for these? Not really seeing it. Let's see, E. How did I get 12 there? What the Batman? Did I even work that one out? I don't think I did. I'm just seeing 12 written here, and I'm like, do I have the wrong answer? I hope not. We should be good, though. Right? I did the long work. This is multiplied together. This is multiplied together. Subtract 12. 91 and 55. 91 plus 55, subtract 12. 134. That's what I get. Okay, guys? Let's go. Now we'll clean that up and let's do another one. Last one here, okay? Not trying to confuse you, but you know, let's make it look scary, but it's not scary, okay? 4 times 4. And then we have a subtract. And then we have a 4. And then we have multiplied by a 3. I'm going to write it in such a way that it's easier to see. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you the difference of what they have compared to what I have. Okay? They may write it like this on yours. I don't know. Okay? And then it's a 4. And then they have an asterisk, which basically is multiply. And then they have a 3 squared. That's what they've written down. This means exactly the same as that. Okay? That's a lot cleaner visually. Okay. Again, brackets infers multiplication. Alright? This exponent, I always with exponents use brackets. And yeah, let's keep going. All right, so again, same concept. We have a subtraction sign here. Therefore, we have neighbor 1 and neighbor 2. We could technically speaking do the left side and the right side all at the same time, or step by step, however you want to do it. lost my square there. Okay, so we're going to do this first, right? Because we want just a singular whole number, right? So let's do this. I could actually use brackets here too. It doesn't really matter. I mean the brackets, or I could have wrote it as 4 times 4. Could have wrote it like that as well. That would have been nice, a little bit cleaner. But it all means the same. Okay, so I'm going to write 32. I'm going to go 4 times 4, which is 16. I'm going to bring my subtraction, and then I'm going to do this. I'm not doing anything with the 4 yet, but let's get rid of the exponent. That's the smart thing to do. Do the exponent first. Okay, brackets means, like I said, guys, it could be a 3 plus 3 squared, right? So the point is you're going to want to do the stuff inside the brackets. That's what brackets means. So we're technically speaking doing brackets, but really what we're doing is the exponent. Okay, so 3 squared is 9, right? There we go. Break it down. Simplify. I'm going to pull the most meat off the bone, which is going to be 16, right? So if I actually broke it into parts, now I know 16 goes into 32, right? What times 16 gives us 32? Well, that's 2, right? I'm just showing the work rate here is what I'm doing. And then 16, we're reducing essentially is what we're doing. Okay, what times 16 gives you 16? Well, obviously it's 1, right? So these cancel. We're left with 2 over 1. 2 over 1 equals 2. Okay, so therefore equals, with showing the work, we know 32 divided by 16 is 2. Bring my subtract sign. Now we could do this, right? I could do the left side and then I could do the right side. 9 times 4 is 36, right? Because 9 and 9 is 18. If we double the 18, we get 36, right? So, aha, here we go, guys. Now this is key. This is key to understanding integers. This is called integers, okay? All right, I want to be clear and concise here so you guys fully understand. Let me show you what this means here. What this written here means. What this means is 2 subtract 1 times 36. They mean the exact same thing. So therefore equals, this negative belongs to this 36. So technically what we're looking at is a negative 36. That's the point I want to get clear here. Yes, it's a subtract situation, but that negative is owned by the 36. Therefore equals, we have a negative integer. Now I can't show you here, but if this was negative 36, I'm just going to be jumping 2 jumps. This is positive, right? I don't need to write the positive, but it's inferred positive. So if you have positive, we're going right. Okay? If we have negative, we go left. Okay? Right? Negatives are left, positives are right. Negatives are left, positives are right. That's integers 101 for you guys. Okay, so we have a 2 take away 36. So going 2 jumps, let's just pretend this is 36. I would go 2 jumps to the right. That takes us to negative 34. Okay, we're just pretending because I ran out of room.
$1 for every task.
That's enough for you, commercial. There we go, 34. Negative 34 is our answer. Let me just deal with this commercial. No, I'm not trying anything for free. Don't care. Okay. So yeah, that's big yays. Big yays. You're getting some good tips and advice here, guys. So if you follow this channel, found this channel, watching these videos, you're again, if you want to know a little bit about me, it's been a minute since I've been in college, but when I was in college, I was second highest in my calculus class. I was, of course, the nice Asian culture. They're very hard workers, and he was doing better than me, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I feel good that I was right behind them, competing with them. So I pretty much majored in algebra and pretty much majored in mathematics and also majored in calculus. Okay? Alright, so yeah, this is just basic, simple, integer 101 stuff. Okay? This is the tip here. Take note. That negative belongs to the 36. That's important to remember. Don't forget your signs, guys. When you're working out problems like this, don't forget your signs. Alright, cool? Let's go. Okay, we're going to carry on to something else. If you want me to do, I'll see if I can find more problems like that. If you want me to do more bed mass, head mass type problems, just let me know down in comments, guys. I'm not a mind reader, so I don't know what you need. I'm just doing random stuff, teaching you guys things. A lot of you may already know this stuff. That's fine. It's great to still have you watching. Again, take notes. I look at this, a lot of people are beginners watching, so I'm going to kind of teach like at a beginner level. Alright, so if you understand this stuff and you already know, you can kind of move forward to the next video if you want. Otherwise, it's great having you watch. Don't forget to hit the like button. Remember, sharing is caring, guys. I don't know, I don't beg or plead or do social media. I don't post my videos on social media. Like, it's harder for me to grow, okay, and to get out there. Okay, and again, I don't mean to get on a tangent, but I think there's only a small percentage of us that actually want to learn math. So you guys are part of the 120 IQ club. Yeah, you are. How are we doing for time? Not bad, not bad. We are doing good. We're gonna continue though. So now, yeah, again, if you want me to do any more bed mass, head mass problems, let me know. I'll do a video just for you guys, okay? Or a series or whatever. Let's carry on. We're going to be working on, what do we call this? We call this solving one-step equations, okay? This stuff's really easy, guys, okay? We're kind of leading into ratio proportion stuff. That's what we're leading into here. I love ratio proportion because you can comparatively figure out values using ratio proportion. There's a term called directly proportional and inversely proportional, and that's let's see. Velocity, I'm trying to remember. D equals velocity times time. This is physics stuff. Just trying to remember. Distance equals velocity times time. So what this means is that velocity and time are directly proportional to, is that right? Did I say that? Let me just double check this. Is it distance? Distance formula. going off memory here, but I think it is. What? Physics. Not Pythagoras theorem. I don't want to figure that. That's all kind of gaming stuff. This is all related though. Why can't I type? Formula physics. Okay. Distance equals speed times time. It's the same thing. Yeah, I got it right. Equals velocity times time. Okay. Velocity and time, distance is directly proportional to velocity times time. And then let's say I'm solving for velocity. Well, essentially velocity is going to equal distance divided by time. Okay? Now, you're probably wondering how I figured that out. It's just like I've been showing you guys and gals. If you've been watching the series, and it's awesome that you have been, the teeter-totter kind of effect. If you're multiplying on one side, you're dividing on the other. There's the equal sign right here. Okay. Teeter-totter, same thing, plus, minus. Okay. So, let's say you had 2x equals, I don't know, g or something, or I don't know, it could be anything. I'm actually kind of doing one right now. Here's the problem. I'll do it right here, right now. Okay, 2x equals 12. A lot of your instructors or whatever may teach you this method where you divide one side. Essentially, it's the same thing. I could over confuse you and over analyze it. Over explain it. Or whatever. Like, I could literally do this 1/2 times. You know. But that's just confusing you, right? I could either divide it by, I don't mean to do this, I could divide both sides by 2, or I could multiply both sides by 1/2. It all means the same thing. Okay, that's kind of my point. Right? But look at all that. That's all extra information that your brain's processing and you're just getting confused. Let's not do that, okay? If you just watch that, thank you for being here at this moment. Hopefully you skip forward the last 5-10 seconds, because that's just all wasted, unnecessary information. As long as you understand what's happening, you're really dividing both sides by 12 to cancel that. Okay? That's really what's happening. Let's make it easy. We want to make x 1, right? Technically speaking, x as solo x is 1. It has a value of 1, guys. It's not 0, it's 1. It's just we don't write 1x. Okay? If you write a single variable, x, that still has a value of 1. Okay? Take this 2. Again, teeter-totter effect, right? In mathematics. I know I explain this a lot, but I just want you guys to be fully clear and understand. Here's the equal sign. Here's the equal sign. What you do on one side, you have to do on the other. Okay, so we're taking this 2 and we're moving it to the other side of the equal sign, and we're turning it into a division. Essentially, that's all we're doing. You know, so all you need to do is go, put the 2 underneath the 12. Done. So we're left with x equals 12 divided by 2. That's how you simplify it. Same thing with here. It's the same thing. It's no difference. If I'm trying to isolate, here we isolated x to be 1, right? Right here's the same thing. I want to isolate v, velocity. So in order to do that, I have to get rid of this t. Well, what am I doing with it? I'm just going putting it under the d. You guys see that? That's the exact same thing. So if you can do this, you can do this. You can jumble and organize any formula. So this is directly proportional, and this means inversely. So time is now inversely proportional to velocity. Okay, there you go. I just showed you like how you can organize formulas. It's the same concept, guys. All right. I'm gonna get rid of that. All right. Let's do some more. So here we go. Now, they're trying to confuse you, but don't let it confuse you. They have x equals, and then they have 4. Okay, x over 5 equals 4. Oh no, the humanity. This is where everybody gets scared because they're scared of fractions. I don't know, maybe they need it written like this in a simpleton fashion. Okay, simpleton fashion right there. We wrote it in simpleton fashion because it's linear. I call people that are linear thinkers two-dimensional or one-dimensional, I guess. But anyways, not you guys. You guys are all winners in my books. I guess technically speaking, this would mean the same thing. This would kind of simplify it, really. We're still dividing here, so to isolate x, teeter-totter effect, same thing. It would still work in this case. But I'll show you the work. That's the equal sign. Of course, this side's going to be divide. It doesn't really matter how you look at it. So we're going to go x equals 4 times 5. That's what we should end up with. Now I just put it into simpleton terms. I use that word lots because there's a lot of simpletons in the world. All right, simpleton terms. All right, you can see it. But here's another way. Okay, what does 4 mean? I just got rid of 4, right? I just moved it. What does 4 mean? Well, 4 means it's a whole number. 4 also means 4 over 1. It's the same thing, right? The number 4. We just don't write 4 over 1 because, well, we know. It also can mean 4 times 1. Right? We don't write 4 over 1. Okay, so this is where you guys got to learn this. Cross multiply. This is ratio proportion. Okay, cross multiply. I call it cross multiply. However you want to call it. You multiply these two together and you multiply these two together. Okay, my son, he writes it like this. If it's easier for you to do it that way, go ahead. Or I just go like that. Okay, I always want the variable on the left side. So that means I'm going 1 times x. I could write 1x. I don't need to. Again, 1 is what I call an imaginary number, right? We don't write 1. So it's an imaginary 1. Okay? So x equals 5 times 4. Same thing. Final answer, x equals 20. Okay, guys, drop the yays. I love this stuff. So fun. But this is very elementary, dear Watson, to me. But I still enjoy doing it and helping you guys. You guys are the future again. I'm getting older and up there in years, so I want to help you guys learn and grow as well. And be part of the 120 and plus IQ club. Let's go. Okay. Here we go. Here's another one. 6x equals 18. Okay? We're really at a situation where everything's in line. I call it in line, right? We have no fractions, right? So we're ready to just isolate x. We want x to be 1, right? That's what we want. So to make x 1, we got to get rid of the 6. Therefore equals, just put the 6 underneath the 18. It's all the same thing, guys. Just keep it simple in your mind. That's it. Just move the 6 underneath. I'll explain it once more, right? I know you guys, most of you, like you don't need to, but the repetition is good. Okay, if you're multiplying on one side, you're dividing on the other. All right? That's what math is. It's kind of a balancing act. So we're left with x equals 3. I could show the long work. We know 6 times 3 is 18. And we know 6 times 1 is 6. Cancel the 6. And we're left with 3. Okay? Boom. Done. That easy. Let's grind out some more. 8x. I'm trying to write my best with a mouse here. 8x equals 40. Does 8 go into 40 nicely? I think so. Same thing, guys. You guys should have this, right? So I think I've explained it a lot. Look how much cleaner and simpler that is. Once you understand, you don't need to do all that extra nonsensical work that instructors teach you, which is all this extra garbage. Right? That's just all extra garbage. Extra work. Look at that. It's the same thing. It's right there. It's literally right there. Okay? So, as we know, 40 goes nicely into, or 8 goes into 40 nicely, which is 5. 8 times 5 is 40. 5 times 1 is 5. What am I doing? My bad, guys. 8 times 1 is 8. Cancel the 8s. We're left with 5. That's factoring, essentially. Normally I'll put brackets. I don't need to show the brackets, really, guys. You can use them if you want. That's it. That's done for that one. A, B, where's C? Is there no C in this one? That's weird. Okay, let's go X over 2 equals 7. As a matter of fact, come to think of it, the simpleton way really is pretty clear to understand too. I could turn this x over 2 into x divided by 2. That's simpleton form. I turned everything in line or in a linear straight fashion, meaning there's no fractions. Everything's in line. So same concept, right? I should just not stop drawing this, but we have divide on this side. If we're dividing on this side, whoops, we're multiplying on the other side. I write my variables like this and my multiply like that. That's the difference. Okay, so I want to isolate x. Therefore, if it's divide on this side, that means I'm multiplying on this side. So 7 times 2, x is equal to 14. That's another way of looking at it. That's pretty easy to see and visualize. Once you understand the teeter-totter concept, you get it, right? So I got 14, yes. And then just like I showed before, guys, it's all the same thing. You could, if you like doing it this way, which is the way I teach it as well, you're glad, by all means, do it this way, right? It works the same. Cross multiply, right? So x is going to be times 1, so I got x. I'm cross multiplying 7 times 2. Same thing. Okay, guys, awesome sauceum or what? All right, cool. And I got another one here. And then I'll check the time to see how we're doing. I just want to do a bunch of problems. A lot of you might already have it down, but practice makes perfect. X divided by 4 equals 9. Okay, so what does it mean? Well, it means x divided by 4 equals 9 over 1. Cross multiply. X is equal to 4 times 9. X is equal to 36. How do I do that quickly in my head? Well, two nines. That's terrible writing. 2 9s is 18. 2 18s is 36. And that's it. That's done. Right? That's how you do it. So simple, right? Hopefully that's clear as mud. If you clear as mud, I used to say that a lot when I was coding, teaching C++ coding, or at least I was trying to. But again, only small, tiny percentage of the world wants to learn and actually have knowledge. It seems. Again, you guys are part of the Genius Club, so every one of you, awesome. Okay, the next thing we're kind of getting into, I don't know, it's kind of like cooking. What are we doing for time here? Almost there. Like cooking, for example. Let's say you had a recipe. I don't know, I don't feel like writing this all out. 11 cups of, we're going to get on to something else here. 11 cups. I don't know, seasoned broth, okay? I don't know, I'm just gonna write broth, okay? And then we have 5 cups. I'm just gonna use double ticks to represent cups again. Diced vegetables, okay? Vegetables. And we have 3 cups rice. Gohan! Some of you might know what I said there. Okay, and 3 cups. I'll just write it again. Chopped chicken. Okay. So this is where we're getting into like ratios, right? Remember the ratio 3 to 1, guys? 3 to 1. Okay? This is kind of what we're getting into. So let's see, somebody's cooking something, he's making something for his parents. He wants to increase or decrease the number of servings. Right, maybe, you know, this only serves so many people, right? Maybe they're going to have a few extra people over for dinner or whatever, right? He or she is cooking and they want to increase the portions, right? So, let's see. They need to know what the ratios are between the quantities of ingredients. So, what is the ratio of vegetables to chicken? Well, the ratio we would write, so we know there's 5 cups vegetables and 3 cups chicken. So essentially the ratio between, between vegetables and chicken is 5 to 3. Okay? What is the ratio of broth to vegetables? Broth is 11 and vegetables is 5. Essentially that's kind of what it means, right? And then, so now you know your ratio, right? So this is the point where you can turn it into a fraction form. And let's say you knew you had, I don't know, you're going to make 7 cups of vegetables. How much broth do you need, right? So this is where you're kind of getting into the ratio proportion stuff, guys. It's amazing. That's how you can actually use it in a real life circumstance. Okay, it just depends on what you're trying to go get for an end result, right? Let's see. What is the ratio of chicken to rice? Exactly the same. So 3 to 3, which is basically a 1 to 1 ratio, right? Or a 1 ratio. 1 to 1 would still be the same thing, right? What is the ratio of the chicken to the total ingredients? Okay. So what we need is the total. So I'm going to just kind of do the math here. 6, we have 6 here and 5. 6 and 5 is 11. So all of this is 11. So 11 and 11 is 22. Okay, what is the ratio of chicken to the total ingredients? Chicken is 3 cups. 320 or 3 over 22. We could even turn it into a percentage too, if we wanted to. Okay. If they accidentally poured 4.5 cups of rice, so let's say they accidentally poured 4.5 cups of rice, how much seasoned broth should they measure out? Okay, so I'm going to keep rice on one side and broth on the other side. I'm just going to be consistent, okay? So we have 3 cups rice, and they accidentally poured 4.5 cups. Whoopsie doodles. Okay, so this is the rice side. You got to be consistent with your setup. Okay. How much seasoned broth should they measure out to follow the same ratio provided, right? So the unknown is going to be here. Why do I say that? Because it's the broth, right? How much broth? It's 11. Because these are the knowns, right? They're given. We know these. We know the 3 rice. Okay, we know the rice. And we know the broth. Okay, these are the knowns. The knowns are on top. This is part of being consistent. They accidentally poured too much rice. Whoops. Okay, they need to know how much extra broth they're going to need. Okay, so it's down to the same thing. So instead of a question mark, just use, I don't know, it could be any variable. Broth. Well, but we're just going to call it O for oops. Oops. So what we get is 3 times O. I'm just changing the variable, that's all. And 4.5 times 11. Okay? We want to isolate O. So therefore we're getting rid of the 3. We're left with 4.5 times 11. I haven't touched anything on the numerator yet. All divided by 3. Okay? We just isolated O for oopsie doodles. Okay, so I know I could do the long work, but we're just running out of room here for writing stuff. So I'm going to go 11 times 4.5. So we get 49.5 divided by 3. I just did the numerator part. Okay, that's going to be O. I kind of wrote everything big and I'm running out of room here again. Sorry, guys. And then we're going to go 49.5 divided by 3. And I guess I could have put it in fraction form, but no, we'll just keep it like this. We'll work with the decimals. So O ends up being, oops, what did I get? 16.5. Okay, guys. So if you look at your answer, right, you should know, right? So 4.5 is greater than 3. 11 cups is regular. We poured more accidentally, so we're going to obviously need more broth. So 16.5 is obviously greater than 11. And that's what we should expect. An increase in value, right? We have 16.5 here. That's the answer. Didn't mean to write it like that, but that's it. And that's how you do it, guys, gals. And cleaning that up. Let's see. Reduce ratio to lowest terms. Okay, it's when you get stuff like that, guys, it's really just factoring. Okay, again, same thing. Meat off the bone concept. Find the largest common number between both of them. Okay, we know 5 goes into both of them. Let's make them equivalent. 5 times 2 is 10. This is equivalent to this. It's the same thing. 5 times 3 is 15. That's also equivalent. The 5s cancel, therefore we're left with 2/3. See how easy it is to reduce fractions? I don't know why people get scared of this stuff. When you're multiplying and dividing fractions, it's way easier than adding, subtracting. I'll just say that because, like, I'm not trying to say adding and subtracting fractions is super hard. It's just you have to find that common denominator, right? Multiplying and dividing fractions is really super simple. Okay. Let's see. A proportion is a relationship that says two ratios or rates are equal. Okay. I'm just gonna put in a little problem here without, sometimes you'll get word problems, right? So you have to learn how to set up your own word problems. And I'll just write kind of what they have. I'm going to put W here, and I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go 35. I want you guys to do this one. I'm done, but I want you guys to solve for W, okay, for the next video. Okay, solve for W. I'm going to leave it at that. I kind of already set up the problem for you, but yeah, good luck. I'm sure you'll do fine. It's pretty easy peasy, right? You got this. I believe in you. Turn it up. Let's go! Again, homeschooling students and parents here to support and help you. Same thing with any students going to regular school or whatever. If you're looking for additional support and help with mathematics, here to help. Again, if you have any questions, just let me know. Drop it down in comments. I'm glad to help, guys. All right. If you like the content, remember, hit the like button. Sharing is caring, and I'll see you guys and gals in the next video. For now, Johnny, Whiskey Tango Sharp, appreciates y'all. Take care for now, and peace!